at the moment.
What?
You've got an under tray here.
Yeah, that stays there.
Yeah.
What's up, boys and girls? Welcome back to Expression Culture. Here with me, Gareth the Honda Guru, and Richard down there. Today, well, we're going to be doing a lot of videos actually, hopefully. So we're going to block record these videos, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, so the first video we're going to be doing is a part I've been waiting for a fucking long time. Thank you, America. Is the Injen cold air intake for the CRZ. So I ordered this back in November, was told mid-December, turned up mid-February. So yeah, we're going to get taking the bumper off because we've got to remove the resonator. And I'll probably do a time lapse for that. And yeah, we'll go from there. See you in a bit. Right, bumpers off with about 1 million clips. Wind's really picking up, so I do apologise if the audio quality is affected today. Right, so we've got to remove the OEM airbox, remove all the intake, the airbox. We're thinking about removing this as well to add some more cooling to the radiator. And then the reason the bumper's off is you've got to gain access to this resonator. You've got to remove that because the actual filter will sit here. Cool, right, let's go get this all apart. Right, the resonator is a pain in the backside to get out. You have to drop the wheel arch liner and part of the under tray to get to it. It's a faff, I'll show you. So it sits here, as I showed you earlier. There's one bolt there. There's like one bolt at the top, which is around here somewhere, if I can see it. And yeah, you need to pull the arch liners out of the way. It needs to come out through this gap here, which is over here. So so yeah, it sits like that. So it sits like that. So that's the one I just showed you at first. We get to once you take the bumper off. There's this one, but it's on this side. So you have to get it from this side, and then you need to go into the service port to get to this one. Fucking ball ache. Piece of shit. Right, now we're going to start assembling the engine and get it on the car. This bit should be really easy, he says. Just wanted to show the colour and the finish on this pipe. It's fantastic. Oh, there it is. It's in. It's oh, do you know what? You have to replace this breather pipe and this coolant pipe with this kit. Both of these two pipes, the internal diameter is too small. And Richard, like the trooper he is, spent fucking ages trying to get them on. They're actually far too small. It will work for now. I mean, the coolant one's not too bad. It was a bugger to get on, but it did go on fairly easy with a bit of force. This, on the other hand, to the Injen was fine, but to the actual rocker cover, no. So we're going to look at getting some thicker diameter pipe and seeing if that fixes it, because it's kind of split a little bit. It's only a breather, but it's still, you want to do it properly. But other than this is good, you know, solid as a rock. Bolts down to the slave cylinder of all places, and the filter doesn't really poke out where I thought it was. I thought it was going to be here. It's fine. It's hello in there. So it's going to get. It probably will get better airflow there, because actually behind here would just be your fog light. You wouldn't actually have any airflow to it, whereas all of the airflow sort of comes through here, through the radiator and the condenser, which to be fair is probably hot air, and down to the filter. But apparently they say this is dyno proven, and apparently the world's first tuned cold air intake. It didn't do too well on old Chrissy's FN2, but Chrissy was chasing big power, whereas I'm not. A bit more throttle response and a bit more noise will do me. But if I gain a few ponies and a bit of torque, then happy days. Go Peugeot.
Piece of shit.
Oh, we both dinged at the same time there.
Ooh.
Oh, because it's Vicky. Hi, Vicky. So yeah, we're going to continue with the fog light.
That's what I thought.
Cheers, Siri. That's what you thought, apparently. So we're going to continue finishing off the fog light install, which you'll see in the next video, and then we're going to get the bumper back on, and I might drive it today, or I might not. But we've had it running and everything's fine. I'm going to bleed the coolant, top it up a little bit, because we lost a little bit removing that coolant pipe. Yeah, thanks for sticking around. Just been bleeding the coolant up a little bit, just in case any air got in the line. We did disconnect it between the throttle body and the thermostat housing.
Oi.
Rich is just joining.
Hey guys.
You don't need to slam the door, it's a Honda, not a fucking Volkswagen. It's like a woman, isn't he? So yeah, we're going to go for a quick test drive, see what the if there's any sort of noticeable gains from the induction key other than noise. Also, we want to hear it, although you might not hear it over the old spoon and piper exhaust, but let's see what happens. Hello boys and girls, I look very fucking tired, because that is, I am very fucking tired. Right, we just got back after the test drive, everything is fine. However, wasn't really much point recording it. Did actually forget to record it, because we're having such a good
Radiator.
just elbowed the radiator. Yeah, we're having such a good time that we forgot to actually record anything. However, it's my exhaust is so loud you can't really hear it. I'm sure you can probably hear it outside, but in the actual cabin you can't hear anything. You hear a little bit sort of when you sort of stamp on it hard between gears, but other than that you don't really hear it. However, it does feel noticeably better. Beforehand there used to be a bit of a sort of flat spot, I would say, between sort of shifting gears, almost like on the FN2s where you had the sort of delay on the clutch. Kind of felt like that, but Obviously the CRZ doesn't have that function because it wasn't built in Swindon. It's actually built in a proper factory. Yeah, so overall thoughts, it does perform well. Whether it actually is beneficial once you start tuning it, probably won't be. Richard nowadays doesn't actually like the Injen intakes. When they did Chrissy's FN2 from Carbon Car Diaries, the Injen was actually restricting them. However, on that, this car is never going to be, you know, a plus 200 horsepower car. Neither would I want it to be. It's actually completely fun as it is now. So yeah, that's kind of irrelevant. Yeah, if we gain a bit of you know, torque and power once we start going into the tuning stages, that'd be cool, but it's not important. The main thing was to sort of get a bit more drivability out of it. Like I said, so some restrictions I feel like have been removed. It definitely seems to sort of like pick up better in the top end. Yeah, it just seems more alive sort of at the top, which is great. You know, that's where sort of Honda's come alive, obviously, with VTEC. Obviously the VTEC system in the CRZ isn't the typical VTEC system that you would expect from a Honda. First of all, it's obviously single cam, and it's more of a sort of VTEC E, if you will. So it's designed primarily for economy, even though it's not actually that great on economy, because obviously this is old hybrid technology. It's kind of more of a mild hybrid before mild hybrids were even a thing. But yeah, I do like it. I think it's a beautiful bit of kit. It looks absolutely incredible in the engine bay. In my opinion, the best looking intake for the CRZ, above the more common ones such as the Takeda and the K&N. That they're very, very popular intakes in the engine bay. Both of them obviously being short ram, whereas this is a sort of a long ram cold air intake. So yeah, it's definitely a better looking kit, and I think it's probably, like I just said, I think it's one of the best ones out there, and this is the reason why I chose this one, is because of how it looks. It looks like I got the intercooler pipe in, but the finish on the pipe is absolutely incredible. I'm so glad I went for the black over the polished. I did say to Danny, because obviously Danny supplied this at Dime Days, I did say to him I'm quite very happy with the finish on it, because I actually thought it was going to be wrinkle black, because there are very little images of this intake on the internet, and I don't know personally of anyone that's ever fitted it or got it on their car. So yeah, it's a great finish. It's kind of like a real dark grey, almost black, with loads and loads of metallic flake in it. You'll see obviously from the other clips I've done when I first took it out of the box. So yeah, thanks for Danny for supplying that. Yeah, it took forever to turn up, but I think that's a mix of the Yanks and Funky Power being Muppets. So we'll see what it's like when it goes to tuning, if it goes to tuning. Obviously the idea is to eventually get it on K-Tuner. But I think the next performance-wise stuff, I want to get the secondary decat, which I have been waiting on Piper patiently to make me the secondary decat. So if you wouldn't mind getting your asses into gear, Piper, I'd appreciate that, because it has been well over about, I don't know, 8 months since we asked you. So if you wouldn't mind, that'd be great. I'd like to get that done soon, because then I can start tuning. I'm not going to start tuning until we've done all the performance mods. Once we're at that point, the final idea, which is going to be a lot of money to save up for it, but I want spoon cams. I want to do the GE8 spoon cams, and get the sort of the closest thing I'm going to get to a proper VTEC from it. I don't like boost. I don't like that sort of thing. I'm an old school Honda guy. I like NA, and I like valve timing, and I like VTEC, and that's how I want to keep the car. So yeah, I know it's never going to be a powerful car. I don't want it to be a powerful car. I'm going more down the sort of fun grip car route, which I think it's doing quite well. Looks incredible. I love the car. So anyway, boys and girls, thank you for sticking around. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Please like, share, subscribe. Check out the previous series we've done on Richard's Integra. Say hello to him, give him a shout out, and we'll catch you in the next video, which will be very soon. Bye bye.